What up? How's it going? Hey, I like that last episode because we got to see Walt lose his shit, and that was funny to me. Also, Gus, I have yet to see him show a show of force. Everything he does is like intellect based, straight intellectual, and he's like the way he worked Pinkman and Walt. I was like, oh, that was smooth, man. So now we about to see how this goes going forward, because, you know, Walt ain't want to get involved with that, and Pinkman was done with Walt, it seems. So, hey, let's go ahead and start this episode. Oh, what the hell?
I am awake. This is all the money I have in the world. You are a drug dealer. Negotiate. We start tomorrow.
The RV. The RV. So where'd he get the camper from?
I got the funds. Hey, would you ladies like to meet my fat stack? This old dude, he gave it to me.
Of course Pinkman did this.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, my God. Oh, damn.
See, that was my problem with Pinkman. The motherfucker acting surprised after he just did all that. I'm so dead. Yeah, motherfucker. Like, I want to know how he did the camper thing, though.
I can hook you up, bro. I can totally get you an RV.
No, I need it today. Now.
No problem. Let's go.
You tell me you can get me an RV for $1,400 at 6 in the morning.
Don't tell me this entire time they've been riding around in a stolen RV. Oh, okay, I guess not.
Right on.
No, it's stolen.
What did I just say?
Give me the phone. Give it.
Like you didn't make some deal behind my back.
Correct. I did not. I was sitting at a stoplight minding my own business when the kid threw a bag of money through my window.
Whatever, man. You owe me that money.
My meth, my money.
I will be a one-man glass factory. I will rock that RV 24/7.
No smoke, no smell, no waste. There's no cook.
Could be they're setting up.
I say we call it a night. Come back with a search warrant.
I'm not letting the sucker on my side.
Watch him witness another crime. He's getting completely out of control. Man, that's them type of people that'll let the cops talk him down like, well, we're going after bad guys. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I'm suing someone.
Back your trailer.
You saw my wife's goodies.
Got a pack.
Where you headed?
Texas.
Wow.
Get some sleep, Hank. Those RVs aren't going anywhere.
Recreational vehicles, Marine. That's what they do.
You know what I mean.
Turn it down. End of story.
Good. Good. Jesus, God knows I'm relieved.
Yeah, well, I needed some time here because I'm deep into this investigation and couldn't do both. So I made a judgment call.
Did you not want to go? I don't blame you.
You late for work or something? I mean, I'm doing some actual good out here, and all I get are these bullshit accusations. But everyone thinks I'm jerking off on this thing? Fine.
What exactly is this?
I fuck with
I'll
him.
tell you what I think it is.
Heavy. He my favorite character right now.
Trusting him with a solo venture? Well, that's quite another matter. How he could possibly produce anything other than a mediocre product, at best.
I am told his product was more or less consistent with the quality I had come to expect.
Talk about setting the bar low. Except you don't do that. Set the bar low. What conclusion am I left to draw? That you believe I have some proprietary kind of selfishness about my own formula. That you think simply overwhelms me, clouds my judgment. The chemistry must be respected.
You ever see somebody read somebody without saying a goddamn word? Like Gus ain't saying nothing but 5 words this whole thing, and he done had Walt spill his entire guts and say everything wrong with him at this very moment.
Would you take a drive with me? I'd like to show you something.
But I can't tell what he wants. He won't talk to me. He hardly even comes home. He works all day, all night, barely eats, barely speaks to me. Facing death, it changes a person. It has to, don't you think? I guess you've noticed a change in Walt.
Hey, that line hit.
Your new lab.
Oh, shit. That chemist in him is like, oh.
Oh, it's got to be 1,200 liters.
It's dope to see the joy in his face. I'm not gonna lie.
The filtration system is state of the art. It will vent nothing but clean, odorless steam. I need 200 pounds per week to make this economically viable.
Yo.
You would choose your own hours, of course. Come and go as you please.
I have made a series of very bad decisions, and I cannot make another one.
Why did you make these decisions?
For the good of my family.
Then they weren't bad decisions. A man provides. And he does it even when he's not appreciated or respected or even loved.
Yo.
Because he's a man.
You want to take her?
Sorry, Hank, that's all DMV had. 29 early 80s bounders registered in New Mexico.
Could you check again?
Now? Okay, we'll check.
Hey, here. Know your enemy and all.
One more RV. DMV said the registration wasn't renewed, but then they realized it was never filed as non-operational or destroyed. No police report either.
Oh, we. Yeah, just touch it. Sniff it. Sniff it. Let it make noise by your ear.
My own sister, my brother-in-law, my teenage son tells me I'm a bitch. And you say, tell him the truth. Tell him about his father. But I can't. And this man that I'm seeing, you know, as wrong as I know it is, as much as I know I'm probably doing it just to make Walt leave me, it is the only thing in my day where I don't feel like I'm drowning. Walt says he's not going anywhere.
He ain't going nowhere. Walt is.
So that's a really brilliant gambit on my part, yeah.
If your husband won't leave, then you go. You are now an accessory after the fact. You are culpable. You, your children, you could lose everything you own. Do you understand? All courtesy of this criminal you refuse to divorce.
I didn't marry a criminal.
Well, you're married to one now.
That's what I'm saying. You married to one now, just accept it. You part of the family. So he bounced, okay, and took his money. Yeah, he like,
This young man is prepared to offer you a sweetheart of a deal for doing precisely nothing.
Really?
10% of all future profits from his solo venture. That's money you get paid for walking down to the mailbox.
It's charity, is what that is. I do all the work. He sits around on his fat ass judging people.
Hey, escalating to a parting of the ways.
Take it. It belongs to you.
That almost brings a tear to my eye.
Enjoy it. Spend it in good health. That is the last money you'll ever earn in this business.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
I hate to break it to you, Jesse, but our mutual associate was only using you to get to me. You see, he needs someone with expertise, someone who knows what he's doing. In other words, he needs me. Let's see, how should I put this? I'm in. You're out.
oh shit, Walt. God damn.
5.
I'm a reasonable guy. It's a short-term deal. 10
Damn.
even, but I can't go any lower and still respect myself. 5.
What? What in the hell just happened? You're my lawyer!
Cook whatever you like, as long as it's that ridiculous chili pea or some other dreck. But don't even think about using my formula.
Don't disrespect Chili.
Just try and stop me, bitch.
He won't be the one trying to stop you. If you cut into that man business. No, he not about to do this shit. Come on, don't do this. His windshield again.
We're interested in an RV that's registered to your name and address. Do you have an RV?
I didn't want him arrested. He ran with a bad crowd, but he was never a bad person. I thought he could turn his life around.
Who are we talking about, Miss Ortega?
My son.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I got a Patreon with full length and early reactions to things like this. Check it out. Hey, I don't want to get too much. This is going to sound crazy. I don't want to get too much into Hank seeing Pinkman in the picture. I don't even want to think about that. I want that to play out so I can be in the story. So I'm going to talk about everything else except for that. Hey, Pinkman is a dope character. Here's why. In the same episode, I felt bad for him. I laughed at him. And I also felt he was dumb as hell. And I like that. I like that these characters aren't just these flat, fucking, just lame characters where you just know not only what they are, but you know pretty much how they're going to react to everything. And you also know where they came from just off. Nah. That thing with Pinkman, him going to the strip club, I'm like, hey, that makes so much sense because that's his character, right? And even when he comes out and he says that dumb shit, like, oh, man, fuck. Like, you didn't know that spending money means the money is going away? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just acted like a dumb fucking kid. So when it happened, yes, his character would do some dumb shit like that. But also, they hid it from us. Damn, didn't even realize. But he got it. And we see him, like, have to find another place to get it from. And he shits on Walt, too, like, because he's dumb. Now, right there, I was thinking, okay, he already gone. I need to figure out where he found the camper. But his personality is such that he does things without thinking the next step at all. So he calls Walt dumb. I'm thinking when he called Walt dumb, he already was going to spend the money. He's going to find a way to get it. Nah, he wasn't. He didn't even know what the next step was. Okay, man, but to see where he is now, hey, listen, here we go. Walt, right now we're going to talk about the drug part of it. Walt is very prideful about the chemistry shit. He's a chemist. He's a chemist for real. And there is a art to it. Like we're making synthetic shit with the tools that the universe gave us at some at its base level, and we've learned to move all these molecules and change it into such that now we have something that has a certain use, and he gets to do that over and over and over. Like for him, when he saw what that setup that he had for him, yo, I was like actually happy for him because you can see the joy on his face as a chemist. But he has that pride, and that pride, of course, that's gonna. It's an issue like a motherfucker because when he did go overboard, it was usually based off some pride shit. You know what I mean? And that's I feel like it's going to come back real bad in the future. It's going to come back to bite him. But the way he treated Pinkman when it came to using, like, making his stuff, it's like, if you out the game, you out the game. Why you care? Like I said, he's a chemist. That's his art. That's his product. Okay. Pinkman is just trying to do what he does. I hate it when Walt shitted on Chili P, man. Don't disrespect Chili P like that. But hey, when by the time we get to the last part, after Gus says what he says, because I'm gonna get to that, Walt will never not look down. It seems he'll never not look down his nose at Pinkman. I mean, even when they're close together, eventually something ends up happening that it just, and they'll hold this resentment against each other. But, because there's so much that goes into it, and I don't want to. It's stuff I've talked about in the past episodes. I don't want to rehash that, but it just seems as though, man, he'll never respect him, and Pinkman gets the short end of the stick again. And it's not just he don't respect him; other people, of course, don't respect him because he was once a junk. In this context, yeah, Gus used him for that deal, but he never wanted. It was to get to the guy he thinks would be most reliable for that short amount of time, even though he's serving him up on a platter. He like, I get my 3 months, I may have to pay it, but them dudes are gonna kill him, you know. But Pinkman, he was just used by Gus, and at the end of the day, by Walt and by Saul. And Saul, I think he said, "That's the way of the world," or "That's the way the world works," or something to that effect. And Pinkman gotta understand, it's like, damn, man, yeah, you got. They're like, now, I was not expecting Walt to just be like, now I'm not working with you. Like, just cut him out. I thought he was going to be like, now you could come work for me. But once he handed him that money, I said, oh, I don't know if y'all saw my face. I'm like, yeah, because I realized right then and there, he's cutting this motherfucker smooth out. Hey, man, that was crazy. All right. Gustavo. I said at the beginning, I'm yet to see him use force. I'm sure at some point he has to, because how is he keeping the respect of everyone, right? And how is he? But the way he's doing everything, he's using intellect. First off, when Walt comes in there, Walt says what he says, and Gus is barely saying anything. And has Walt spilling his guts. You think this about me. You think this about me. You think this. And my man just goes, I apologize. You know, like he just let him do that. He was like, more or less. And he's like, I know you don't. I think he said something like, I know you don't do the short end of the stick or something like that. So he knew that, you know, it was hitting at his pride. But that's all he did. He didn't say a bunch. He said it in a way where almost it was so subtle. You would have missed it if you weren't Walt. You like more or less. But that more or less hit him. Okay. So he's like, you know what? Come with me. They go to the place. And I'm like, what's happening? He took him down there. First off, that's a dope little hideout. When I saw how everything was, I'm like, oh, this is for some mass moving. This is for him to make so much that a bunch of people can retire. When I say a bunch, I mean like a bunch, not everybody just. And the look on Walt's face. I'm like, oh, he's saying yeah now. He said yeah now. Now he said no. And I should have realized that he holds himself responsible for ruining his family. And Gus is like, what'd you do it for? My family. He was like, okay, so what's the issue? Yeah, you did some bad things, but who was it for? And he was like, hey, man, look, it don't matter if they love you, they don't fuck with you, none of that. Your job is to provide. And he understood the strings to pull at Walt. No, so yes, the pride is right there out there on Front Street. And Gus attacked that. But then he attacks he attacks the root. And the root is, you're a provider, right? You did this to be a provider? So provide. It don't matter if they don't rock with you. So by the end, when he takes everything and he bounces, everybody else was trying to convince Walt of this. Everyone else. Gus was the one to get him to do it. To be like, fuck that love shit, man. Let's get this money, take care of them, and do you. No matter what. Hey, he was like, you got kids? Take care of your kids. Fuck, like, okay, the wife shit done, all right? But no matter what, they're your kids, right? I'm like, hey, he knew how to play it. My favorite character right now. I mean, it's not even close. No, right now for me, it's him. Okay, let's go to Hank. like I said, right now, I don't really care too much. It's crazy. I don't really care about the policing aspect of it. I care about how it plays into his issues. When the wife, what's her name? Marie. When Marie says to her sister, to Skylar, that I just don't know what he wants. And it's like, he don't know what he want. But I really don't think he's giving that a thought. He knows he's not right. But he don't want that to, it's eating at him. He needs to find something to get his mind off of it. So he found that thing, and it's the Heisenberg thing. But also, he really is fearful of going back to El Paso. He would never say that. And that would have, the anxiety he would have being in that situation with the PTSD and everything. But he doesn't know how to put that into words. And his wife, that's her name. In fact, let's put it this way. Marie, that wasn't even a tenth of how her personality is. When she was asking him questions while he was in the shower, she could go a lot harder. We've seen her go harder. But she was being compassionate and caring and actually showing worry, and he snapped. And it's because it's almost putting a road bump in the motions that you're just going through. Like, he's trying not to open up about that. He's trying not to talk about that. He's trying to not escape it, but move through it. But ain't no moving through it. It's stuck there with you. Now I'm at the point where now I know they're going deep with these characters. Like, look at where Pinkman is and how he is. Look at where Hank is, how he is. Walt finally signs the divorce papers. Then we got Skylar. Okay, as I said, for the first time, she said, for the first time, I felt like I'm not drowning. And I feel like it was that bad. She almost felt hopeless. Like, she's like, everybody's looking at me like I'm the crazy one. I can't tell nobody about what he's doing. So she's like, I did what I did to get Walt out of the house. But after she sees Walt is not going nowhere, she kept doing it. Because, for one, she liked it. Come on now. And two, she got some. She doesn't feel like she's drowning. I knew it. All that, he's a criminal, all that blah, blah, blah. The money was calling. See, I know, of course, somebody is going to say that. Let me put it this way. Of course, she's going to be like, yo, my husband is a criminal and you've been lying to me about this. Of course, you're going to feel a way about that. But that is a lot of the society we live in. We not in no other country. We over here. The society we live in, that money come calling. And it was calling. I was like, Skylar. Like, it was, and she looked at it and you saw her look. It was almost like the Horcrux in Harry Potter, where it's like, it's making her go away. So she had to put it back in there, close it up, and get rid of it. Like, you feel me? Because, hey, man, that was always my thing. I just wanted to know, you don't even want to look at it, But, of course, that's the human nature side of it. When I say that, like, about the money, I'm not saying she shouldn't have felt the way she felt. Of course, like, yeah. But my thing was always, but that money is there. Hey, man, this was a good episode. And like I said, now going forward, we getting into the drugginess of it. The whole thing with the camper and all that, police work. But I just don't like that see, this is the thing. Him going through the motions and doing the crazy shit is that wild DEA lawlessness shit that he's doing. And it's like, ugh, what you doing, man? Hey, I'm looking forward to these next few episodes because Walt is not back in the cooking business. He has ascended to a higher level of cooking. Pinkman, we gonna see how he's gonna handle this. And then Hank, got a picture with Pinkman face on it. Oh, blue eyes. You know what I mean? And we're gonna see what happens with Skylar. All right, because the hate that she receives, I'm expecting something even worse than the cheating shit. It gotta be, right? Next episode.